I want to do this video about Christians covering their hair and why it isn't more mainstream. I grew up in a Pentecostal church, and we always covered our hair in church. And, other religions, ladies wear their hats and things. But why don't we cover our hair in other places, just out in public? Back in the time of Jesus, the women there, they covered their hair. You see pictures of Mary all the time with her hair covered. And, I know that's in a way different time. We're in our modern time. But why don't people still cover their hair if they're, modest? Well, one thing I believe is because people are not as religious as they used to be. The internet has definitely shown how horrible the moral character of people are. All this porn and access to people to have affairs, and women thinking it's okay to dress slutty. You see the celebrities dressing slutty, and people think that looks good. People just aren't modest and don't dress modest. I look back at certain pictures and movies of people, in the 50s and 60s, how modest they dressed, and, people wouldn't dare wear a two-piece bathing suit, and you couldn't say certain things on TV or whatever. They thought it was just the most horrible thing on earth for Elvis Presley to gyrate his hips. People had modesty, but that's gone to hell now. And it's sad because, I think it looks horrible for people to wear skimpy stuff and just have no morality in general. You don't hear people saying, yes, ma'am, no more, hardly. At least in the North. Since I've been here in the South, it's different. People still have some manners. But going back to the hair covering, I think it's wonderful to be modest. I'll say that I had always been fascinated about the Islam religion, and I had studied it, and I had converted briefly. Let me emphasize briefly, because I researched the heck out of it and discovered, it's a false religion. So I went back to Christianity, thank God, praise God. But there are some aspects about that I liked. I liked how they helped each other. If they couldn't do Ramadan, they would give money to the poor. I liked how close-knit the community was. I liked the modesty. And that's the one thing that really attracted me. And the prayer. Excuse me. I pray several times a day, just in general. I don't do a full ritual or anything. But I think praying a lot is good. I like that. I like the modesty. I liked the headscarves. I just think that was wonderful. And I wore a headscarf out a few times, and I was treated with way more respect. So I think that's a good thing. And I think it should be something that is not just for Muslims. I think Christians should do it too. I was listening to a man on YouTube talking about it, and it sounded stupid to me in a way, because someone was asking him about covering the head. And he said, it's a cultural thing, just like some places you'll kiss somebody twice on the cheek to greet them, but here in America you'll shake their hand. Something like that. Yeah, that's a cultural thing. But, why would a headscarf be cultural? Women in the 50s and 60s used to wear scarves all the time. That was the trend. But now it's demonized because people hate Muslims. 9/11 changed the way people think. They think it's associated with Islam, and they demonize the headscarves, which is so stupid. You know? What's wrong with being modest? What's wrong with a Christian person wearing a headscarf like they did back in the time of Jesus? It just blows my mind, the ignorance and the prejudice of people in this world. It really has come out. Trump is a big factor. You used to never hear people say things. They were closeted racist. But now people speak freely and open. I mean, I guess it's good to know who is a demon and who is not. But it's just sad that so many people are so hateful, you know. But I want to wear the headscarf again. I'm a little worried about it because I'm in a very rural area that's filled with a lot of trashy people. I'm originally from Northern Virginia, and it was a wonderful area. Now I'm here in an area that is crime and drug ridden. I'm hoping to get back to Northern Virginia. But there just are not anyone around here that I've ever seen with a headscarf. I have not seen one Muslim person in this area. I've only seen a couple Asian and, some blacks. It's like 85, no, I'd say 90% white. And there's a lot of racists around here. I am passing, so I don't really get that effect of, the racism, but it's bad. And I am a little worried about wearing a headscarf because I don't want them to mistake me for being a Muslim and, directing hate towards my way. But I am going to start wearing headscarves. When I did it, when I was briefly a Muslim for just a few months, I felt good. I felt good about my headscarf. And I want that feeling back. I want to be modest and, feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a Christian. And I really want to grow deeper, in the faith. Because growing up, I felt like we weren't taught a lot about the Bible. They had their sermons, but it was more preaching at you than teaching. It's talking about heaven and hell and what you need to do to not go to hell. I didn't feel like I learned. I mean, there was Bible study, but I didn't go to Bible study. But I felt that preachers should do more to teach and not just preach at you, just telling you general things. So I plan on doing some more studying so I can, truly learn more about the Bible. I have the Bible on my Alexa and have her read it to me. So I want to get through the complete Bible with her reading it to me, and then I want to read it completely myself so I can, learn and understand. But I dress modestly as it is, but I just really want to do the headscarf. And I've watched some videos on YouTube with the women proudly, wearing their scarves. People say you shouldn't use proud, but I think that's stupid. Why wouldn't you be proud to be a Christian? But for some reason it's a negative thing, so I'll say humble. I see the women, wearing their scarves and feel good about it, and they show the ways to wear it and which you can wear. So I think that's good. That's inspired me. And I just wanted to do it. So as I learn more and do more, I will make some more videos and talk about it. And once I start wearing my headscarf out regularly, I will do a video about the reaction from people and how I feel and all that. But this is just, kind of an explanation to why I want to do it. I wish more Christians would wear their, some type of hair covering outside of church and, make it normalized among the mainstream. Instead of people thinking it's a negative thing, that it's only for, Muslims. As I said, women used to wear scarves all the time in the 50s and 60s. My mother used to wear scarves all the time. But now it's just demonized. It's sad. But anyway, that's it, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out my future videos, and I hope you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are.